Hello and welcome to We Got a podcast about Dragon Ball from A to Z. From Earth to Namek to Sadala, we cover it all. My name is Randy.
And I'm Doug.
We are the dream team, the dastardly duo here every other week to talk your ear off about fights, goofs, and everything else in the Dragon Ball cosmos. Doug, how are you doing? What's new with you?
I'm doing good, man. I'm just chilling. I watched Speed Racer recently, and that movie still holds up as a wacky, amazing adult kids movie. Have you seen it?
I feel so bad because I haven't.
It's pretty good. Like, if you're in the right mindset, and if you accept it for how goofy it is, it really feels like an anime brought to life without like, oh, what if Speed Racer was a live action, if done in this time period? No, it's just like, what if Speed Racer was a live action movie? Like, it's so weird and goofy, but so great.
I've heard nothing but great things, so yeah, and it's on my list of like must see, but I don't know, in frickin' 12 years I just haven't.
And the end song, like, it slaps so hard for no reason. It has no right to be as good as it is. It combines the theme song from the original Japanese Speed Racer and the Speed Racer in America. Like, not combined, like that's it, but it's like a remix, but it incorporates both of them, and it's done so nicely. Like, I love it. It's great. I wasn't even a huge Speed Racer fan as a kid. Like, I've seen a few episodes when I was a kid, but yeah, no, it's a good movie by itself.
Yeah, I'm going to have to sit down and watch it. And I say that now, and I've said it multiple times throughout the years, but I mean it.
12 years.
I mean it this time. I will do it. I swear.
What about you, man? Anything new with you?
Another great white whale of mine, of things that I've said that I will do for years and then never did. I've finally begun a journey. I finally started playing Persona 4 Golden. It's all right.
Oh.
Yeah, I know. Everybody says I should play it.
I don't know. I've only just got into Persona 5 for the first time this past year. Like, as my first Persona.
I played 3 FES.
Don't know what that means. That sounds like just gibberish to me.
You know, like, they've got Persona 4, and they've got Persona 4 Golden, and then they've got Persona 5, and then Persona 5 Royal. It's like the additional stuff. Yeah, that all sounded
so weird to me, like, because I'm just, like, coming into Persona as a new, without knowing anything, so all the subtext names are so confusing to me. But yeah, I got the original Persona 5 when it was on sale, like before Royale came out. But no, I really, really love that game. I still haven't beat it yet, but I absolutely love it.
Good. I had started 5 and then I quit. And now I picked up Royal and I'll play that too. But
it's complicated because sometimes I'm in the mood to do like battling, and sometimes I'm in the mood to do like the out of world or in real life world events that they do.
Right, the social link stuff.
Yeah, it depends on where I left off in the game. Like, oh, I left off in the game during the slice of life stuff. I feel like battling. I don't want to do the slice of life stuff just to get to the battling stuff. So it's, what I'm feeling mood-wise.
Yeah, I'm kind of in this just for the story, so I'm playing on very easy mode, the easiest difficulty, and I've also got a number of mods installed to make things a bit smoother.
Oh.
Like, there's a calendar in the game.
PC Master Race.
Don't say that. I hate that. Bums me out.
I'm just jealous I can't have mods on my PS4.
I mean, it's an old PS2 game. I'm sure it'll run on anything. If you've got, a laptop with any sort of onboard graphics in the processor, you're good to go. But yeah, it's just like this community mod thing where it's like easy to install a bunch of stuff. And one of the things is like the calendar. So it'll automatically throw in things like there's a new social link available on this day, or the bookstore restocks books on this day, rather than it just being a crapshoot for you.
Yeah.
Like, okay, great.
That's the one thing that, like, I get it, but I'm the kind of person that does need a calendar like that, because I just have like the Wikipedia for it open up on my computer while I play. Like, okay, what day? I don't want to miss anything on this day.
Exactly.
The game tells you don't stress out, but I'm like, no, I'm stressing the fuck out. You can't tell me what to do. I'm stressing out.
Right. Yeah, this is my life.
Do I get 2 points for going in the spa today, or do I not? Is it Sunday? I forget what day it is. Let me check. I can't play that way. I'm too anal about that kind of stuff.
Man, wouldn't it be great if we could get a Persona game, but it's Dragon Ball and Goku's in high school?
Yeah, man. That's what I've always wanted. That and an anime like that. Just like what they did on Attack on Titan, like a spin-off, like chibi version. I want that for Dragon Ball.
You're being real. Okay.
I'm for real.
I was making an evolution sort of joke,
Oh, no, that's not even in my head. Like, that's never in my head. Evolution exists, excuse me?
Right, I forget a lot of the times, too. But,
I can't wait to watch that movie with you eventually.
It's going to be great. I still got to track down the Japanese Blu-ray, and then I'll pick that up.
Oh, that's right, yes.
Watch it with the Japanese dub. It'll be so wild.
Yeah.
Anyway, speaking of Dragon Ball.
Speaking of equally bad movies.
Ooh, playing
not
his
a
hand.
hot take.
No, see.
Okay, But no, go ahead and explain, because I'm very conflicted with this movie, so go on.
Okay. So that you all know, we're here today to talk about Dragon Ball Z movie number 4, known as Lord Slug in some places, I guess, but the actual title of the movie is Super Saiyan Son Goku. So it wants you to get excited right up front. This movie premiered March 9th, 1991. Which is 10 days before the manga chapter where Goku turns Super Saiyan for the first time happens.
No reference of what a Super Saiyan looks like before this movie comes out. They really they just decided to go ham out and just come up with it on their own.
It came out also after episode 81 of the TV series, which is where Piccolo has arrived and is fighting Frieza, and the next episode is when Frieza's going to transform and the tables turn yet again. This movie was also directed by Mitsuo Hashimoto. He is the assistant director for Dragon Ball movie 1 and 2. He did a bunch of Z TV episodes and things. He does storyboards for it, as well as like other things. He directed and storyboarded Chobits, Initial D, whole bunch of stuff. So yeah. He is a dude who knows things. I mean, some of those things were later on, but still, he's been around the block. And yeah, man, we've got this movie here in 2021. Watching it, it's a time. So it starts off, God, what is it just goes straight into an opening, which is so strange. From the last
you mean like the intro credits, like just the Chala Hichala, just without...
Exactly.
We've been spoiled from the previous movies where they just show they have the song in the background while our characters do stuff, whereas this one is just the Chala Hichala intro.
Right, yeah. It's very, I don't know, uninspired.
Yeah, it felt like, is this movie gonna be lazy like that? Like, this is how it's gonna start off.
It's setting the table, right off from the beginning. Oh man, I don't even remember. Like, what is the opening scene of this movie?
I don't remember either.
Whatever happens, eventually, like, there's a big planet that's coming straight towards Earth, and thankfully, Bulma's dad, Dr.
Bulma's dad has like the Hubble telescope.
Yeah, he's on the job looking at the stars, and he's like, "Oh shit. We're all gonna die."
And isn't Bulma or Oolong is like, we should just like blow it up? And he's like, no, there's life on that planet.
Right.
That's gonna crash into us.
So they're maybe they're friendly.
You forget how it starts off. The movie starts off with Gohan whistling at Piccolo.
Oh man,
that's a very integral point of the movie. This is the make or break moment of the movie.
That's true. So Piccolo is just hanging out, doing his meditating by a waterfall thing that he loves to do in the movies. And Gohan shows up, wants some attention, and is like, "Hey, look what I taught High Dragon to do.
Check out this dance.
Also, I dressed up High Dragon real weird. He's got a bunch of like bells and things going on." And then Gohan starts whistling his sweet, sweet melody, except Piccolo can't stand it. He's just not a fan. He
looks perturbed. He's just like, this is annoying. Stop it.
Right.
But it's just weird, because in the end of the movie, it's like, this is going to kill me. It was literally killing you, Piccolo? I'm sorry. I thought it was just annoying you.
This is my kryptonite, but it is not played off that way at the start at all. So, okay. So then we've got, galactic trouble. Earth collision with this alien object that suddenly we've discovered has life on it. So what are we going to do about it? So
Goku and Krillin, they go up to try and like destroy it, I guess.
Yeah, or just like move it off course or whatever, and
by throwing a Kamehameha at it. I don't know if that's going to move it off course.
Right.
I feel like their intent is to destroy.
If Goku could move a spaceship by firing a Kamehameha at the sun, why can't it work this way?
But yeah, it obviously fails. But this is why I'm so conflicted with this movie. This movie looks absolutely amazing. It's drawn consistently from beginning to end. Even the small details are drawn so beautifully and with such love. I love it.
And there's a lot of really good like direction here. There's that one really good framing shot of Chi-Chi, Bulma, Oolong, just like standing on top of a cliff.
Yeah. It looks badass. Like, it looks like, wow, this is amazing.
Yeah, it's good. And then
it feels like they're a team of their own.
Exactly. So it's very cool in that they didn't go lazy in terms of storytelling visually.
At this point, I'm like, why this movie has such a bad rap? This is amazing so far.
Well, then it goes downhill because the planet did move away and then exploded, they find, there's a spaceship that's over here, and Bulma and them decide to go.
That doesn't make much sense to me. So the planet was just there to deliver the spaceship carrier and then blew up?
Yes, because we find out that this is Lord Slug, who has, is now in charge of this galaxy. Mm-hmm. And he's going to use this planet as his vessel. So they take a spaceship and they basically take over a planet, and then they ride that planet through space. I don't know.
Weird.
It's very strange.
Like if a planet blew up that close to our planet, it would still cause repercussions, but whatever. Dragon Ball logic. Dude, the henchmen in this movie look awesome. They're so simple, but they still look awesome, don't you think?
I would disagree.
The regular clone army. You don't think they look cool?
The clone army.
Yeah.
Like their outfits. I mean, the second we see like their feet and it pans up, I'm like, is this just Pui Pui? I mean, I know Pui Pui is later.
Yeah, so this is where it initially came from. Yeah, Pui Pui took it from them.
I mean, we don't know. We can't say that. We don't know where Toriyama gets his ideas, but it's also like these guys just, I mean, we're also going by what a 1993 logic where we've seen this either way. I mean, they're nice outfits. They look
if I could cosplay, I would cosplay as them like as an obscure character because they look so cool.
Oh yeah. But then you've got the regular henchmen.
And then they show the actual the henchmen, and they're garbage, complete.
They're just I want to say generic, but it's like they try.
Yeah, they try. Like they have a little green alien dude, and they have the good looking one and the naked one and the monster looking one.
But I can't necessarily say why they look so lackluster.
It just doesn't have that Toriyama charm. I don't know if he definitely didn't draw these guys, right? He didn't come up with these characters?
No, I believe Minoru Maeda designed these characters.
It just doesn't have any kind of, I don't know, if they feel bland.
Yeah, especially coming off of movie 3 where granted they were all very human. I mean, I guess you have that one cyborg dude and then the tiny little ugly dudes who are good scientists. If you put them side by side, they both shouldn't work. But Tree of Might Henchman does for some reason. They just have that kind of charm and the look to them. Maybe it's the colors, the palette, or whatever. I don't know, but it might also be the attitude, because Slug will just fucking kill anybody. He doesn't care.
I guess that says nothing about the henchmen, though.
No, it doesn't. But it was
on their own. They should stand by themselves. But yeah, go on. Good job with the segue.
Thanks, man. You totally steamrolled over, but that's fine.
That's what I'm here for.
Yeah. But yeah, so Slug, who he wants the planet taken over, and one of his scientists is like, it'll take 10 days. So Slug murders him and asks his other scientist.
Without being like, I don't like that. It's like, no, just dead.
Boom, dead. I didn't like that answer. The other guy, instead of saying, well, now it's going to take me 20 days because now I have half the manpower.
Half the manpower? You killed my guy.
Says, I can do it in 3. And apparently that's good enough.
You should have been like, it's going to take me 50 days, Lord Slug. Well, you're going to kill me? Who else are you going to have find your Dragon Balls for you? I'm the only one left. You just kill uncontrollably.
Yeah, nobody is going to help you now. So after they've landed, all this other whatchamacallit stuff happens. Gohan shows up, and he is not happy with this army invading and
declaring the destruction they're causing to the audience, to the civilians. Yeah, so he goes out and fights, and it looks pretty fucking awesome.
It does really look awesome. And then when he gets in trouble, first sign of trouble, Chi-Chi shows up.
Yes. Oh my god. Top 10 Chi-Chi moments right there. She get blasts surround her, and she emerges through the flames and then takes care of the people around Gohan. It's so cool.
It is so badass, and it's a bummer.
It shouldn't be that badass, but it is.
And also that it's very short-lived, because then she takes out 2 dudes and then immediately gets incapacitated by getting socked in the stomach.
She has a little, peace sign moment where she does. It's so cute. But one guy comes up and punches her in the gut.
And I think this is at the point where the regular henchmen show up, and they're like, all right, well, we're in charge now. And Slug comes out, and
he takes Gohan's hat.
Yep, because he sees that Dragon Ball. He's like, I need this because something inside of me tells me that if I collect all of them.
That is literally, you're not exaggerating, that's literally the explanation. Something deep within me, it has a distant memory of this ball.
Right. Ugh.
And Bulma's like, yeah, you need all 7 of them to get any wish you want.
Bulma!
Shut up, Bulma!
And then, guess what? Slug can read minds if he pulls you close enough into hugging distance.
Okay.
It's very strange.
First Goku could do this.
I was going to say, it's an epidemic, because Goku could do it suddenly when he got to Namek, and then never does it again.
This whole movie, just to summarize it, is just stolen ideas from everywhere in the Dragon Ball sphere. Yeah. Put into one, and it just doesn't work as well as it should.
It doesn't. So he learns everything about the Dragon Balls. He rips the radar off of her and is like, all right, gives it to my henchman. Get the Dragon Balls in 1 hour.
You've got 1 hour. I can do it in 1 hour and 5 minutes. You're dead.
We had a side conversation going on during this, and then like you had asked, whoa, did he already wish something on the dragon? I'm like, yeah.
Yeah. It happened in like less than a minute. Like, okay, from getting the radar in his possession to finding all Dragon Balls, summoning the dragon, wishing for eternal youth. That happens like within a minute of the movie. I'm like, wait, did we miss that whole scene?
So we also find Goku and Krillin are now awake and have woken to this planet that has been covered in clouds.
Post-apocalypse.
It's very cold. Thankfully, Yajirobe is there, to help them out. And be like, well, glad you're alive. Anyway, I'm leaving. In the middle of Goku asking questions, like, oh, too bad. I'm out of here. So, I don't know. The world has gone to shit. It's cold. Chi-Chi's tummy still hurts.
I love the cold, so this wouldn't be that bad for me.
Right? Like, sign me up. It's dark out. It's so easy to nap without it being bright outside.
Just leave me internet, Lord Slug, and I'm good. I'm all yours.
Yeah, exactly. Just leave the internet. And, like, I don't want to work for you, but I'll, like, live here. That's fine. Doug, what happens after that? Like, all I know is, like, then fights happen. And I don't think there's any interstitial stuff between.
We cut back to Lord Slug and then the henchman, and Piccolo shows up. Piccolo shows up and starts taking care of some henchmen.
Gohan had to fight again and then lose first.
Yeah. He got blasted by the little green dude, I think.
Piccolo shows up with one of the coolest intros. Like, it's just a silhouette against, like, a very bright spotlight.
Yeah,
he's beating the snot out of some dudes and then throws them into the light and it breaks.
Exactly. It looks awesome. This movie, I'm telling you, this movie looks amazing. It just the story of it just is not, I don't know. I don't feel like it's, like, maybe disorganized is the word I'm looking for. It's not very organized and...
No.
Yeah, it could have had potential.
Yeah, it could have had something. I mean, it took good things from other stuff, like...
But it implements it well.
Gohan gets the crap beat out of him, and now it's like, oh, look, here I am. I'm in the same pose and stuff from when Raccoon broke my neck.
It's like, that's the exact same pose he was in. Yeah, we need to put like a side-by-side picture of that to show. Because it's like, he's in different clothes, obviously, too, right?
It's still a bowl cut, and it's still his like Piccolo outfit, so I think it's the same thing. It's just like his eyes are closed now.
Yeah, his neck is less broken, but still stretched out.
It's a choice. And then so now Piccolo's there, gonna fight some guys.
The Kikuchi score kicks in for his theme song, and it's like a different variation of it, which
it's like a
feels
weird circusy.
Yeah. I can't decide if I like it or not. I don't know. I like the uniqueness of it, but not the. I don't know.
Right. Well, also have to mention, now we've got henchmen. There's the big guy who's dumb and stupid, and he gets his hand broken and tries to talk Piccolo and be like, oh, you should join us. And
you're a Demon Clan brother as well. Join us.
Oh, we totally skipped over the whole thing where they're calling themselves Demon Clan, even though they're clearly from space. And they're all different, like, species.
Yeah, but they're just Demon Clan, so it...
And they all don't like the sun, both in terms of light and warmth.
I don't think that ever comes into play, though, does it? It doesn't. It's just to cover the sky and darkness or whatever, but they never use that weakness to their advantage. The heroes don't use it to their advantage.
Right.
You think it would, the way they spelled it out.
Exactly, like just telegraphing, hey, if you could pull us up above the clouds, we'd basically just fry.
Because at the end, Goku does get Lord Slug to come up there, but it doesn't look like it affects him at all.
Yeah.
Which it shouldn't. Well, he's a Namekian, it doesn't affect Piccolo.
Right.
That's weird. Namekians are immune to that part of their Demon Clan heritage.
I feel like they were just trying to adhere too much to the Demon King Piccolo arc, where he had all of his minions, and they're like, we are the Demon Clan. I'm like, okay, but you're not, though, which we learn later.
Exactly. I guess that's what we mean by this just takes stuff from before, but implements it badly.
Yeah, exactly.
But still looks so damn beautiful. I can't help.
It does. I don't even know what else to say about what happens in here, because now it's just a fight, and then...
The typical stuff, Goku shows up, defeats the henchmen that are giving them trouble, like it's giving Piccolo trouble.
Yep. It's drawn well. It's just...
super well.
They go to Iguana Street.
They get some chinnies instead of Chinese.
Yeah. Come on, guys. But then, okay, so Goku, who is clearly not even really like putting up a fight against Slug.
Yeah.
decides, well, my only chance now is to use the Genki Dama. So he starts like, I gotta start gathering energy, and just like muttering to himself about it. And Kaio cuts in like, oh man, the planet is not in a good shape. You're not going to get anything
there's no
out of
energy
that.
to do that. But luckily, Lord Slug removes Goku's shirt.
Right, which is the
and we
key
all
here.
know exactly that is Goku's strength. When he shows his nipples, it's over for you.
It's done. Your days are numbered. So Lord Slug tries to punch Goku in the midst of his continued punching that has been working out so far.
Yeah.
And then Goku just stops it, and then
he goes Super Saiyan, dude.
Super Saiyan. It's His
Can
hair
you believe
stands
it?
up. It doesn't change color. He doesn't have pupils. But he does have a gold aura, and then he just starts winning?
It's just Super Kaioken. Like, it's just Kaioken if they had a Ultra Instinct version of it. That's all it is.
He's just, he's driven by rage. I don't know what triggered it, because he was
it wasn't
totally
even
conscious.
earned. There was definitely no earning of this transformation.
No. It was just, what if it just happened?
That's why it would make exactly. That's why it would make more sense if this was like a Kaioken kind of thing. Like he can initiate it himself.
Right.
But it was such a strong Kaioken that it's quote unquote Super Saiyan. You know what I mean?
I mean, if it's gonna be like, oh, he's enraged, like, you gotta have something trigger that. Like, it didn't happen. He didn't hurt
well, at least
Gohan.
show it. It was just him just up against the ropes. Like, that's really all it was.
Right. So it's like, okay, that's all this is. And then Lord Slug is like, oh, well, watch this. It just rips off one of his own arms. And that's enough for Goku to be like, what? And then just comes out of it. And it's
I remember
never
asking
talked
you,
about.
like, oh, is that the end of Super Saiyan? Like, yeah,
Yep.
that's it. The
That's
whole
it.
movie
That's
is
all we get.
30 seconds is all we get of that Super Saiyan just to get people to buy the movie tickets.
We even called the movie Super Saiyan Son Goku, and that's all you get.
So weird.
So
Whose decision
then-
was it to make this? Oh, and then this one they finally realize that he's a Namekian because
Right.
Slug takes off his helmet or whatever.
Yep, turns out he's green all over. He's got antenna, and also he can grow real big. So
Yeah,
that's
and then
Namekian.
Kaiosama goes on this spiel about how it's a mutation.
Oh,
But
God.
Nothing about the mutation makes it unique. Like, Piccolo can do everything he does already.
He's got a mutation that made him completely evil of heart, which makes him even worse than Piccolo was.
His evil was... he mutated because he was evil, I think is what he said.
Oh,
It's just
well,
like, what? But
either way.
Piccolo's 100% evil as well. Like, he's literally the evil taken out of Kami. I don't know. It's so convoluted and stupid.
So dumb. Although we get some cool stuff of Goku just like getting smacked around by giant Slug and just getting moved from building to building to different area of the city.
That looks so cool. Like a giant, that's the one thing, is like a giant Namekian, and the arm just looks so cool as a huge thing. Because we usually get giant characters are like the Ozarus and whatnot, so it's just like a big brown arm. But with Namekian's arms, they had like the pink, like the green skin with the pink part on it, with all the lines. It just looks cool as a huge size, so it's nice.
I feel like the director, Hashimoto, did the best of what he could do with a script by Takao Koyama, who is really phoning it in.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
He just
this movie
takes...
is fantastic looking. Fantastic, like top tier looking movie.
And, I mean... It's not over, I guess, like, then Goku...
It's not over. You sound so defeated. It's not
I
over.
am, because it's just... I don't even remember. Then he's like, okay, well, I'm going to fight more now. Oh, that's right, because he got the crap beat out of him, attacking Piccolo.
No, and then Slug does the Vegeta thing where he crushes Goku in his hands.
Oh,
so another stolen idea.
Right. But then why does he drop Goku?
Because Piccolo yells at him?
Maybe. Who knows? This movie, things happen.
Oh, because Piccolo, like, grabs his antennas. He's like, I'm a Namekian too, so I know your weaknesses.
You're gonna hate this.
Ride him, cowboy. He, like, rides his antenna.
And it's so dumb. Goku gets dropped, and then now...
Piccolo gets grabbed, and then Piccolo rips his ears off.
Yep, and tells Gohan, hey, remember earlier when you whistled and I kind of, like, it bugged me a little, but not, like, super bad?
Do that
You should
again.
do that.
And then Gohan, like, for 10 minutes is like, what?
I don't understand. I'm
like,
half conscious.
Piccolo's like, yell, do it! Go on, do it!
Rips his ears off. And
And
just do it!
I'm sure Abridged has done it. I haven't seen that Abridged version of this, but I'm sure he's like, are you doing it? I can't hear you. Like,
Yep.
I ripped my ears off before I told you the plan, so I can't hear if you're agreeing with me or not.
It's that, and it's hilarious. Starts whistling, of course, for whatever reason. It's like,
Immediately Slug is like, oh, my life! What is happening?
It's the smallest quietest little whistle from the small hurt boy.
And I understand Slug is humongous, but still.
So then while he's writhing around, Piccolo is trying to reach for Goku's hand to do the thing
give him energy.
Because it's a Takao Koyama movie where he has to use his weird cult of like transferring energy and has to put that in the script so Piccolo can give him power. And now Goku's awake and he's gonna do a Kaioken about it, and he's gonna just go right through your chest.
But because he's got Piccolo's energy, Piccolo's shadow, like...
It's a cool look, but I'm like, it
does look cool, but it's still unsettling. I don't know. Not unsettling, but it just, I don't know. It's a weird choice.
Right. It doesn't hit anywhere that I think they wanted it to.
That encompasses this entire movie. Is that it looks cool, it looks awesome, but it doesn't resonate. So that's this entire movie.
Ugh, it's just a disappointment. So...
Yeah.
Slug is destroyed now, so Goku can go take out that machine that is making the clouds. Uh-oh.
Did we mention that there was a machine that's like engulfing the entire planet in dark smoke?
I mean, we
Matrix
said that
3 style.
Yeah. So Slug tries to stop Goku. Goku, of course, now he's up above the clouds, so he has the sun now.
Mm-hmm. So he can get that energy.
He can Genki Dama the heck out of that Super Namekian and
he knocks out Super's one stone.
Yep, because then sends him right into the machine. And boom, explode. The planet's fine, and everything's back to normal. Piccolo gets his ears back. Oh, then we have the one scare at the end, like everything's fine, and all of a sudden the Namekian arm comes out of the rubble, and they're like, "Oh no, it's Slug!" And it's Piccolo, and then they get a Senzu Bean, and Piccolo teleports his ears back because they probably couldn't figure out a good way to draw a gross, like...
It looks like teleportation, yeah. It looks like you just pop back in. It's kind of satisfying, actually. I want a gif of that.
Right. And it turns out Roshi was just taking a nap the whole time.
He napped it all off. That's like me during an apocalyptic adventure.
And then we get a cool, like... thing at the end of like Goku and Krillin just like driving around, and
the credit scene is cool. It's just like the
Gohan
song,
flying,
but then there's cool shit.
Yeah, just neat like casual clothes and
good song. I love casual clothes Goku, man. I die for that shit. It looks so awesome. Especially in this movie, because this movie is drawn so freaking well from beginning to end. From beginning to end, everything looks amazing. It's incredible. So good. If you just turn off your brain and just watch it for the aesthetics, it's a great movie. If you look at it and nitpick it like we tend to do, it's like, oh my god, what is happening? Why is this happening?
We want to look for the good fun in these things that we watch, and there isn't that in this. Like the first 5-10 minutes, like sure, that's neat and it's visually very cool, and then it just is recycled stuff that we've seen before with nothing new added except for the promise of Super Saiyan Son Goku. And what is that? That's what we get.
I wonder how that worked while it was premiering. Because obviously, in retrospect, it seems dumb to us. But I wonder what the casual viewer going into it thought about it. I wonder if they liked it. It's a glimpse into whoa, a Super Saiyan. And I mean, the word Super Saiyan. Was the word Super Saiyan a thing in the manga at this point? Because Vegeta probably mentioned it, like the Super Saiyan.
Vegeta does mention it after Raditz dies.
So there's already talk. If there was no talk of it at all, and this is the first time anything said Super Saiyan, it would have been kind of cool.
Right. And then Vegeta keeps talking about it, once Goku arrives on Namek, he's like, oh, has he done it? Is he a Super Saiyan now?
You think, the directors of the movie were just like, Toriyama, what is your Super Saiyan gonna look like? I don't know. It's gonna be, an aura and gold and shit. Can you give us more? No, I'm trying to sleep. Leave me alone.
Yeah.
All right, that's all we got to go on, guys. Let's do it.
I'm working on a weekly schedule trying to kick out this fucking comic.
He's a busy man.
Me about a movie.
Just send me the royalty check and leave me alone.
Yeah. It's just, I feel like even if you were hyped for it as a wee Japanese boy in 1991, you'd feel kind of shortchanged. It's called Super Saiyan Son Goku, and he shows up and he does a combo, and that's it.
I don't think so, because I can't think of anything else right now. But I feel like just that tease of a 30-second, probably Ultra Instinct. I think didn't that show up for 30 seconds and then go away?
It was 5 minutes of nonstop fucking.
I guess, but in movie form, that's 30 seconds, so... It
also didn't even have a song, man. There was no insert song. It was just regular BGM.
Man, anime evolved, man. What am I gonna tell you?
Right. I mean, to be fair, Goku's actual transformation in the anime didn't have an insert song either, which I think is shitty. It should have had something.
It didn't set a precedent.
Right.
I keep saying president. I'm saying precedent, but my mouth is saying president. Words are hard, man.
Words are hard.
We're on a podcast.
We talk with words. Sometimes.
So why did Lord Slug have a scar?
Because life in space
answer me
is hard.
seriously. Why did he have a scar? He's an
don't
Namekian.
know.
He can regenerate his arms, his ears.
Oh my god, you're right.
He has a scar.
Why does he have a scar?
On his eye.
This is the dumbest thing I've
looks
ever
cool.
heard. So Minoru Maeda said about Slug, Toriyama sensei designed the basics, but with the flow of the story, in order to hide his being a Namekian, I added things like a helmet and chest protector as well. Since it would have been
well enough.
Since it would have been too Namekian-like if I had given him a cape. And then he laughs. Like, no, he still didn't hide it well. And also, the scar. Who designed that? And whose choice? Why? Oh my god.
I feel like children would have realized, oh, it's a Namekian, he's green. Like, that's not... We don't get many green characters in that shade.
Right.
And it's the same Demon King Piccolo story, so it's like, oh, he's old and then turn young again. It just looks like a Namekian.
Yeah. Man, this movie. It's
so conflicted, man. I can't stress enough how beautiful it looks, though. I think movie 5 and 6 and the ones like, after this, they start looking as good too. So maybe I can like distance myself from this movie after we watch those, because those look just as good too. If memory is serving correctly.
I remember there's some really stupidly drawn shots in movie 6. So I don't know.
Yeah, but I mean, I think that those are just like non-keyframes. Those are the ones that
there are some full shots that look real jank. Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll see. It's a bummer, and you'll see it.
Yeah. But movie 5, I remember loving movie 5. I think that one was one of my favorites before.
Yeah, I think movie 5 looks pretty good.
Yeah. Well, like even like story-wise, it's like a nice little movie.
Yeah, nice little self-contained thing without being super derivative.
Yeah. It helps that Cooler's design is done by Toriyama too, and he looks awesome as hell.
I mean, we have Kula, who's Frieza, and then he also has his own Ginyu Force, I guess. So
yeah,
kind of
Thousand Island dressing.
Exactly. Do you have anything else to say about this movie yourself, Doug? I mean, I would not rate it super high. It has its good points, but like, if I needed to have a Dragon Ball fix, I'm gonna watch a movie. This is not the one I'm going to.
I guess that's true. If you're sitting there like, which movie am I going to watch today? This wouldn't be your first one to go to. I'd go to 5 before I went to 4.
I would say, now, we haven't watched 5 again recently. At least I haven't. 4, 5, and 11 are probably my least watched ones out of all of them. Everything else I've watched a lot more.
Me too. But I don't know, like... I remember as a kid, I found this like Beckett magazine that rated all the movies from Dragon Ball Z. Yeah. And at that point, I think only the first 3 had been released in America. Mm-hmm. So I think I have a subconscious bias because I was going off of those ratings, and they rated this movie so badly.
Yeah.
That I think I went into it expecting to be disappointed. I don't know, but I guess that proves a point. If I was expecting to go into it being disappointed and it disappointed me even more, that means the movie was very bad.
Right. Yeah. You had set it up to fail, and it failed even harder. It's kind of like, wow, that's impressive.
But yeah. I always like thinking about what has affected my bias, over the years and stuff like that. Trying to play devil's advocate, but this movie definitely wouldn't be the one you go to. It does look good though. If you're making an AMV, you could definitely use this movie as some references because there's a lot of good shots.
Oh hell yeah, that's definitely a good pro to this movie.
It's just like minor details that don't need to be drawn, like the crowd, the civilians, like scattering away. They look so good. It's crazy.
They at least tried visually. It's just, I think that the script was just a bad choice.
Yeah. Agreed.
So let's take a quick break here, and then I want to get into what other people had to say about this movie, because some things might surprise you.
I'm excited to hear what they say, yeah.
Heck yeah, we'll be right back. All right, Doug. You ready to hear what some cool peeps had to say about this movie?
Let's hear them.
This is my favorite part every time. It's getting to hear what you all had to say. And we had quite a bit of input this time, which is great.
Nice.
So first up, I'm just going chronologically in who responded to our tweet. SDC Drama CD person at JoJo Drama CDs. New face. I've not seen this person before. So, hey, thanks for finding our show and commenting back. Always great. Says, ooh, Z Movie 4 with the charming Japanese title, Dragon Ball Z Super Saiyan Son Goku. Oh, well, it's better than Dragon Ball Z Super Battle in the World, I guess. Good movie. Didn't like it as much as Tree of Might, though. Not a fan of the rock music in the dub, lol. I don't think I've ever watched it dubbed before.
No, which one are you talking about? No, not... What was the first one he was talking about? The Super Battle, whatever, I forget.
Super Battle in the World? I don't know. Because that title...
That definitely sounds like a title that would have been one of the movies, so I don't... I get what he's going at, what they're going for.
But, I'm glad that you say it's a good movie. Just not as great, which I think is fair.
Yeah,
I don't think it's
fair.
The worst, but again, nice to see a new person. So thank you, really, really appreciate that. Jake Pay 16, one of the better movies with the callbacks to King Piccolo and having a beta version of Super Saiyan, since at this point no one had ever seen one yet. The animation is great, and the villain is one of the better movie villains.
Really?
I agree with the animation.
Mm-hmm.
I
don't know about the villain though. Like that's just not.
I mean, you have your own opinion. That's cool. I just don't see it, and I wish I could see it the way you do, Jake.
Yeah, I mean, it says this movie has so many interesting ideas, but it just none of it ever feels earned or implemented well enough. Lord Slug has such a low tolerance for incompetence that he's killing all his followers like with the drop of a hat.
Yeah,
I remember when his henchmen run away from Goku, he blows them all up. He just kills them all immediately. Like, those are all your dudes, man. You got no one else now.
And I don't think I really know, like, what his ultimate desire is. Like, what does he want?
Control the galaxy. I think that's what, when they landed, they were like, well, now you're under the king of the universe or whatever.
Yeah.
Typical.
I mean maybe
that's all Dragon Ball villains, really, but...
Well, if Slug would eat a fruit like a sex machine, I'd probably have different feelings.
I don't know, even that. Nah, he did look like a beefcake, though. Like, he gave me the vibes of the other in Black Panther, the other big black guy who was in the other tribe. I forget what tribe.
M'Baku.
The ape. Yeah, M'Baku. Yeah. He looks like M'Baku, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's definitely got sort of that same build.
Yeah, like the strong chin and all that kind of stuff. He looks awesome.
Now I'm just thinking about Winston Duke in that...
I'm sorry I gave that to you. Now we're going to be hearing about that.
Anyway, Michael...
He's a good-looking man.
That's an understatement. Michael at Metallics MT says, I like the concept of redoing the Piccolo Daimao arc with the tone and plot elements at early Z. That's about it.
Yeah.
I like the concept. Me too, buddy.
Me too, man. I'm right there with you, but it just does not hit.
Concept? Good. Execution? Not great.
Because I forget if I said this to you while watching the movie or if I said this to you through their podcast already, but it was just like, there's so many ideas that are great ideas that should work, but they just don't in this movie.
Yeah, it's I think maybe because the audience has seen this before, so it's like, good idea. Already saw it though. So,
yeah.
John Rogers at MagicBox67 says, not my favorite, but it's unfairly singled out for being worse than it is. I enjoy the way its characters are paired up in the first half, Goku and Krillin, Gohan and Oolong, and I'm sad that doesn't last longer. The town with neon lights gives the action a unique atmosphere. Yeah,
I did love because like you said earlier, the Gohan, Bulma, Oolong, Chi-Chi group felt awesome as their own group. I wish there was more of that.
Right,
Goku and Krillin looked awesome. I wish they didn't just get knocked out immediately because they had an awesome Kamehameha dual blast that looked amazing.
I mean, in concept, it is cool to have Goku incapacitated for a chunk of the movie to give other characters a chance to shine, but then I don't think they let those characters shine.
Maybe they should have sent some or all of the main henchmen to go fight Goku and Krillin for some reason. Leaving just the clone troop army to fight Gohan and Chi-Chi and Bulma and all that. You know? And then bring them together. But nah, it's just like Goku's out for the whole movie.
Like, it would have been neat if they came across some henchmen who were out looking for the Dragon Balls and then oh shit, and they take them out.
That could have been the reason. Yeah.
Yeah, but no, just nothing. They're like, I guess we'll go to the fight now.
Yeah. It was great. It was a great concept. Like, it started out great. I was like, why does this movie get a bad rap? It looks amazing so far. It's great, but nope, that's why. And I really think my like I said, my bias before from reading that magazine, knowing ahead of time that it was everyone shitted on this movie. So I don't know.
Right, you're kind of like, I love Dragon Ball. It has to be better than what they're saying. Turns out, nope.
No.
Another new face, Shu at Footlong Shu,
Hey,
says,
Shu.
Gohan's whistling always gets stuck in my head after watching this movie. It's it's not one of my favorites, but there's a respectable charm to it. Piccolo ripping off his ears is an extremely strange way to win, but at least it's kind of creative.
Yeah, no, that's true. It is like something we've never seen before, and like something you'd think to do. Like, yeah, I this sound hurts me. I'm gonna rip off my ears. Like, that's what someone would yell at the screen for someone to do, and he actually does it.
Right,
it's great.
Just goes, the full distance that he can.
The thing though about that though is that Piccolo does that right in front of Slug. So why wouldn't Slug think to do the same thing?
Exactly. Slug just be like, okay, well, I'm just going to drop Piccolo, rip off my ears, and now I'm good to rock and roll.
He literally just saw Piccolo. It went from him watching Piccolo tell Gohan exactly what to do for the weakness. Like, whistle, it hurts him.
Yeah, like suddenly...
You can hear that, Slug, so why don't you just...
Yeah, suddenly Slug is an idiot, and it's very weird.
Yeah, it's a shame. But also, the whistling... I'm not a fan of, like, it just sounds... It's an obvious transition to someone else whistling. Like a stock audio of someone whistling, you know what I mean?
It's not stock audio, man. They got
you told me it's not stock audio, but you know what I mean.
Exactly. Yeah. If nobody knows, here in the movie notes that was listed from Daizenshu 6, the Gohan's whistling was provided by Hajime Ueshiba, a professional whistler and pianist. So...
Oh, yeah, that's right.
A little bit of trivia for you.
That's why the whistling sounds amazing. Maybe Gohan's just that good of a whistler, I don't know.
I mean, Masako Nozawa can sing. Why can't she also whistle a tune?
She can't play a piano as well, that's why.
Oh, you needed that on your resume. Okay.
Mm-hmm. It just didn't match well, is what I'm saying. Like, Gohan whistling, it took me out of it.
Yeah, it's very obvious. It
always
always bothers
that
me.
He did it. I love the little dance that him and Icarus do, shaking their butts. It's so great.
It's very much the same for me, like watching Disney movies or anything where we've got like the main heroine and then their singing voice is an entirely different person. Like, oh, no, you should have just had that person voice the character then. This bothers me.
Exactly.
Hire someone that can sing if it's a singing role. That's just all I'm saying.
I think it leaves a lot of people to edit in their own like song to go over Gohan and Icarus whistling, dancing.
Yeah, could definitely have some fun with that. D-Boy at Tekkaman Blade says, I know some people criticize the film for being a rehash of the Demon King Piccolo arc and for confusing people with their not-so-Super Saiyan form, but I still love this movie. If nothing else, we get Piccolo being a total badass when he rips off his ears. Like, oh yeah, he knows what he's about to do and he ain't afraid to just rip him off.
Yeah, before telling Gohan the plan, it's just like, ears rip off and then...
Yep.
Gohan,
confuse the hell out of somebody.
Yeah, if you turn your brain off to this movie, like, I mean, just because the plot is just not great. If you just sit down and enjoy it, I do think it's a good movie because it looks so great and like the action is fantastic.
Yeah. So Doug, let's wind it up with your favorite, some trivia. My chance.
Awesome. Thank you, everyone, for your submissions. That's awesome.
Yes, thank you so much. We really appreciate it. Always love to have the conversation about these things with you. It's great,
especially like differing opinions. So it's just like
right. A lot of people like this movie, and that's super cool.
Because I want to understand the other aspect, like why is this movie? What's the hot take of people enjoying it? Because I want to understand too. I don't want to just shit on it just for shitting on its sake. But yeah,
exactly. All right, man. We got some tough ones here.
The trivia. Oh no.
Yeah. So
as long as you don't ask me again who the whistler is.
You've already forgotten.
I'm horrible with names.
All right. What year does this movie take place in?
What Dragon Ball year or what year did they come out, premiere?
What year? Not when it came out. When does it take place?
Oh god, like age 700. That's what you mean? Like you're looking for?
I mean, that's a number.
Or I could say like what's like saga or episode.
Mm-hmm.
What are you asking?
You gotta give me a number. You gotta tell me a year number.
Okay, year number. Okay. Let's see. Dragon Ball starts in 734, 64. I don't know the years, man. I know it's 700 something. It's gotta be... So Gohan has his Piccolo outfit. It could be after they come back from Namek. I mean, it couldn't, but you know what I'm saying. It could be around there. Yeah, I'm gonna say around in the middle of the Namek saga.
So that would be age 762?
Yeah, let's go with that. Let's go with 761 just because fuck you.
Sure. It takes place in 1991.
Right.
No, it takes place in 1991.
What do you mean? That's literally what I asked you. That's literally... Did you mean in real life? Or
No.
did you mean in the
No.
series?
In the
Because I
series.
knew 1991. I saw the 1991 banner on the bottom right at the end of the movie. I'm like, oh, that's cool, 91.
Yeah, that's when the movie was made, but it also takes place in 1991. And the
What do you mean
reason
takes
why...
place? What are you saying?
I'm trying to explain, but you're too upset.
Stop talking and explain to me.
As Chi-Chi walks to Gohan's room in their home to bring him a warm beverage before she's like, oh no, Hitman and his Piccolo outfit's gone. There is a calendar on the board that says March 1991.
Nah.
Yes. So the movie takes place in 1991. Inexplicably, no age numbers. It's all thrown out the window. It just takes place in 1991.
No,
That's just
so
what it is.
Hear me out. All the movies take place in our universe, in our timeline.
That's
It's
why
separate
Roshi
from...
can say, Krillin, you're number one in Japan, because
Yes.
Japan exists in the movie universe.
Yes, it just happened. That's why we don't... Yeah, that's why it doesn't fit. Oh my god.
My brain has exploded.
We've
is so
cracked it.
wild.
We've solved it. That's it.
This one's really hard. And I'm going to need you to get in the mind of Akira Toriyama for 2 seconds here.
Be next to his body and throw my hand on his head and read his mind.
That's right.
Slug style.
Why does Goku have light-colored hair in the manga when he turns Super Saiyan?
Because Toriyama didn't want to draw ink in the black hair.
Hey, well, I mean, his assistant was the one that was doing that, but he didn't. He wanted to give him more time to do other things.
Exactly, which is, in turn gave him less work to do.
Exactly. See, you got in that mind, you understood.
Yeah,
and you
that was
executed.
people know that, right?
People do know that one, but not everybody does.
Yeah, it's
It
true.
is literally just I'm
That's
lazy.
that's one of the facts that like IGN puts up, like, 10 things you didn't know about Dragon Ball Z. Did you know Toriyama? Yeah.
Plus, I fucked you with the last trivia question, so I wanted to give you a win. So.
Thank you. I appreciate any win I can get.
I'm here for you, man. I'm here to support you. Also torture you, but also support you.
Thank you. Before we started recording, Randy's like, make that thick bitch clap. I can't. I don't know how to feel about that.
Oh, wow. That's some projection, I think. And with that, I think we just need to walk away and say thanks for listening, everybody.
Yeah, please walk away.
Yeah, we love chatting with you, discussing these movies as we're watching through. Thank you so much for responding when we asked what do people think. It means the world to me.
To us.
To both of us. And you can continue to tweet at us, whatever you want. You say, hey, great show. Hey, best show I've ever listened to. Hey, Randy, you're great. Doug's okay.
Just you, Randy. No, like if anything we say you disagree with, like, let us know.
Or if we're wrong about something, you'd be like, gotta tell you.
I'm not here to tell you that I know every single damn thing about Dragon Ball. I love the show immensely, and I welcome if I'm corrected by stuff.
Exactly. That's a chance for me to learn.
Exactly.
You can tweet at us at WeGottaPod on Twitter. You can also email us at WeGottaPod@gmail.com. Doug, Dragon Ball Super, you reading it?
Yeah, that's definitely something that's happening in the world.
That's fine.
The more stuff I hear about it, the less I want to invest into it.
Really? That's a
Now there's a granola character I don't give a shit about, and the Dragon Ball lore is more convoluted now, I think.
Kind of, but it's neat.
Yeah. I mean, it's nice to know that if I ever want new Dragon Ball content, it's out there.
I'm going to say, since the anime ended, the manga only arcs, I think it's more fun to read on a monthly basis rather than all the way through. Because it's totally very much like, too. They all kind of end with a neat, kind of cliffhanger of like, what does this mean? And what does this mean for our heroes? So
yeah, I totally get that too, because like I was thinking about that recently just with other stuff, like with Game of Thrones. I remember I'm binging it now with my friends, but I remember like do it week by week and it being like an awesome week of just like, oh, what's happening? What's going on? That kind of stuff. So it's, yeah, I do get that aspect of it, but I don't know. I think for right now, I think I was so disappointed by Super that it's just, the feeling of knowing there's new stuff out there that I can read is more rewarding to me than actually reading it and then potentially being disappointed.
Yeah, I can understand that.
Yeah.
I have been watching more Dragon Ball. I actually did 3 whole episodes today, so I'm kind of impressed with myself.
Are you still doing it in your VR headset?
I tried to, but today I was not in VR. I watched one just in my living room, and then one on the bus to work, and then another one on the bus home. but it's good stuff.
Nice. It's a lot of episodes to get through, but god damn, I can't imagine watching it in VR, like on a movie theater screen. That'd be so cool.
It's rad, man. Once you get an Oculus,
I need to invest in that eventually.
Do it. Or if Big Screen, the app that I use for a lot of stuff, comes out on PSVR, which their website says coming 2020.
Oh yeah, 2020.
Yeah. Just update and say TBD. That's all I'm asking.
I think a few things kind of halted their production on that aspect, but
I get it. But then just update your website and say soon or later.
That just that they did not update it means that they're not looking at it at all. So that's not good news.
And anytime they tweet, everybody's like PSVR when. So, but yeah, Goku just beat. I have to make sure I say the right character. Giran.
You said 3 names. You said Goku, Beat, and Giran.
Well, that's. Oh my god, you're right. Damn it. So yeah, now the next fight up is Kuririn versus. No, wait, hold on. Yeah, him versus Jackie Chun.
Oh, yeah. If I ever get the Oculus headset, we could host like watching parties with like people that listen to the show too. If they want to hop in, if they have a quest,
you can have multiple people in big screen all in the same room watching stuff.
It's so fun watching the movie like with other Dragon Ball fans too, just to like talk about it and laugh at it. It's awesome.
I was in VR last night watching the final episode of Yu Yu Hakusho with my buddy back from back home, so it was good times.
Nice.
But yeah, so clipping on through the 21st Budokai, it's good times.
Cool.
Yeah, so I'm going to keep on going with that. Thank you to Rifti Beats for letting us use his track, Kakarot
As
theme
always,
lo-fi.
amazing.
Hell yeah, Kakarot theme lo-fi hip-hop trap remix. Check out Rifti's stuff everywhere, YouTube, Spotify, anywhere. It's all good stuff.
Mm-hmm. Randy, where can they find you?
They can find me at Saber_Breaker. Not a lot going on right now, but like, I don't know, I came up with a pretty dope drawing idea today, so I might have to draw something soon.
Let's just say he's going to keep it.
People are not going to like it.
He's going to keep it brief, though. Nice.
It's so good.
Nice reason to laugh. Well, you guys can find me at DrabazDoug on YouTube and Twitter, and I think I might start posting on TikTok. I have Dragon Ball figure ideas because no one's really doing Dragon Ball figure stuff on there. So I'm thinking about doing that.
I'll look for you there. I'm on TikTok.
I haven't posted anything yet, but because I want to like accumulate a few before I start unleashing it.
Yeah,
but
for sure.
I have some so far that I think are good. They look good, at least.
Awesome. You're going
to tweet out? It's hard to be creative on there, though, because there's so many creative people on there, but none are creative when it comes to figure unboxings. So I have to, combine the two worlds, if you know what I mean. But, yeah.
If anybody can figure it out, it's you.
Yeah, that's a lot of time and effort, but yeah.
Well, make sure to tweet it out so that way I'll know and I can
for sure.
do that. Cool. Well, thanks again. Please subscribe to the show. Tell your friends. Post review. It super helps us out. And thanks for stopping by. Next time... what do you think, Doug? Are we going to do Kula and then...
I'm excited to look for Cooler, yeah.
All right, cool. Then movie 5 is what it shall be. Does it have a really dumb name? I hope it has a dumb name.
It probably does.
The Incredible Strongest versus Strongest.
Perfect. Wow. Now I know exactly what to expect going into this movie.
Exactly.
I don't know if there's going to be a Super Saiyan, though. There's no mention of it in the title, so
that's true.
Now when I actually see a real one, I'll be surprised even more.
There's a drawing of a weird blonde person on the cover, so I don't know.
Oh, now I gotta look for new characters? That's crazy.
I know.
Man, Dragon Ball, where have you gone?
It's escaped us, Doug. But now we have to escape the listeners. We have to go. So thanks for listening.
See you guys.
Bye.